think art museums have sort of a bad reputation for being grown-ups only spaces. But I think so many museums today are trying to reverse that and make art museums in particular really welcoming, fun, friendly spaces for families. We're part of a wave of museums who think of families as a core audience, and we want kids to be kids. Young Minds is really a part of a larger initiative to welcome young children into the Clyfford Still Museum.
1 in 10 Denver residents are kids. That's a huge part of the population that we want to hear from, and we want to make sure that we're accounting for in our everyday work here at the museum.
We've been working across the organization to make our building more welcoming. We've expanded our school programs to include kindergarten through 3rd grade, and then of course, the galleries themselves. Young Minds will be the signal and sort of kickoff to our community about this new initiative. I can say from experience, we have a lot to learn from young children about art and particularly about this collection.
When we first started talking about this exhibition, I think Nicole and I were very aware of the fact that this couldn't just be an exhibition for very young kids. Quickly, we realized that this was going to be easier than we thought. So many of the exhibition's foundational themes are really multidisciplinary and will interest people of all ages.
The themes in the exhibition are really related to the existing research on aesthetic preference and development. So we have a gallery dedicated to high contrast paintings, one dedicated to scale, pattern, the world around us, or representational art, and highly saturated colors. For example, the first gallery you'll encounter are all black, white, and red paintings by Clyfford Still, which were curated by infants. And this is perfect for infants because they are really attracted to areas of high contrast. Even as newborns, they're able to distinguish between black, white, and red. We have some sense of the kinds of works of art that children generally prefer based on their eye development, based on their age, based on what's happening in their brain growth. We have all of these great studies that sort of give us a general sense of the kinds of artwork that children are interested in. But we wanted to understand the preferences of the children in our own community here across the Front Range. So rather than just organizing an exhibition based on the research, we had a lot of questions for the kids in our community, and they had the answers.
Children played a key role in every stage of this exhibition development process, not just the object selection. You will hear their voices and interpretive audio experiences in the galleries. You will read their words in the gallery walls. They will be participating in programming that we will have through the run of the show. We also walked through the exhibition with some of our co-curators to see how they actually interact with the space. So we will be including potentially floor pillows or other areas where families can get down on the floor with their kids and experience the art. I think a lot of people think about, partnering or collaborating with community members just being the object selection or curating the show, but we really wanted to involve our co-curators in every level. One of our main goals for this exhibition was to show that young children are capable collaborators and equal stakeholders here at the museum that bring really important perspectives to all the work that we do. We have found that young children have really known intuitively how to respond to and engage to abstract art. I think in the past, it's really been thought that abstraction is too esoteric for young children, but we've found that this isn't the case.
I will never forget the first time that Bailey and I met with our infant co-curators. The teachers were sharing representations of the paintings with them, and Bailey and I were observing via Zoom. And we saw their eyes light up, they were pointing, and they were smiling at their favorite paintings. There's so many benefits to introducing young children to art, and we think most commonly about introducing them to art through making art and having them create art. But looking at, discussing, and observing art is just as important. This builds their literacy, language development, and critical thinking skills. So coming to the museum and looking at art is really such an important thing to do with young children. This is the first exhibition that we've curated in collaboration with our community, hopefully the first of many to come.